Learning resources for Mudbox. When we start up Mudbox and we get to the welcome screen, we have 1-minute startup movies. So in here is some of the first things you need to start learning, and they're only 1 minute long, so they're very quick, get you up and running very quickly. We also have the Quickstart tutorial, which is down here. This tutorial actually allows you to learn how to load a model, navigate in 3D views. It'll have some of the basic sculpting and some of the basic painting techniques. And we're going to cover this in our next module. Our Mudbox help. So we can always go to the help screen. So I'm going to close this. We can always go up to our help screen and go to Mudbox help. In Mudbox help, we have then some of your user guides that shows us some of our features and tools and different workflows. We have some of our best practices and troubleshooting, reference materials. So these are actually very good. We have a learning path here. This learning path is many different resources for learning Mudbox. So these are just some of our basic areas that we want to get started in. But once you get going, you want to go to the communities. In the communities, we have a few different of these communities. We have the Mudbox community, which is the area. And the Mudbox community is an online resource in which various Mudbox users they share things like stamps and stencils and some of our base models, and they have tutorials or show things in progress, show some of their final images and show off their some of their work, and you can participate in some of the feedback and forums. So down here we have the Mudbox forums, so you might pose a question out there. We also have a Mudbox Facebook page, so you can work in that community as well. So we have a lot of these different ways in which we can learn how to do things. And I also recommend, of course, going to YouTube and Google and looking up information there. You'll find a very particular information if you Google it or go to YouTube. Those are good sources, obviously, here on YouTube, watching my videos, for example, and I'll have videos on all of Mudbox. So if you have only found this one video, I'll have many videos on learning Mudbox. So there's different ways we can learn how to do Mudbox. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of textbooks out there, but there is different provided paths here for us right in Mudbox to start learning how. So we can go out and find those things right here under the help screen if you're once you're in Mudbox. So different learning resources for learning Mudbox.